First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Richardson to throw off play action. This pass out wide to Hall. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
19 tight.
Richardson off the play fake. And right away, he lost the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Off play action. McDowell. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. The Lions at 13-3 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
70 Rangers.
Play action. Now Richardson. Short pass caught by Henry. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out.
Let's go. Roll. Check smash.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. And now after that sack, we'll pause here a moment because someone was shaken up on that play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
and as calm as he tried to present himself. There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 24 now, here's the 2nd and 9. Willis looks to pass it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Willis to throw on 2nd. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Willis. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes it.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. McDowell. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Warriors 70.
On 1st and 10, McDowell. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now Willis to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, here's Willis. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. And his kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
65 catch, 65 catch. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Ready.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
This is taken at the 23. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did
They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. Deep to return is Darius Davis. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Buffalo 18. 18 Rebels. 18 Rebels. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. These 2 teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. McDowell. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here we go.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Willis. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. McDowell. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw. McDowell. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40.
Brandon, I'm reflecting back to one of our conversations earlier this week when you talked about how well this rookie has played this season while leading his team to a quality record. But let's face it, his best stuff, he doesn't have it in this one so far. Twice now to deep.
Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game. picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Pushing through the contact. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Breece Hall. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Willis looking to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They go play action with Richardson. And in for the Lions touchdown. Darius Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On the counter, this is Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hurry, hurry!
Now Willis. Over the middle, complete. It's Peterson. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Such a tough position to defend near the line. Even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success. On
3rd down, it's Willis. And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 124 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
18, pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Off play action, Richardson. Complete to his target, Jalen Hyatt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
19 Lions.
Now Richardson. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll launch him. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, Willis. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now Willis to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Right back to the air again with Willis. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
4th down, Willis. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
Come on, set. Crowd go 80. Let's go.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Breece Hall with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
60 Maverick.
Willis will look to throw it. Complete to Hilton. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here is another interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready.
Straight ahead is Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Man, 188 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Richardson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. 3rd down, it's Willis. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. They'll give to Hall. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 70 Timberwolves.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. To about the 26 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Ryland on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Lions 34, Vikings 3. Chad Ryland to kick off.
Back out is the kicker Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
One final try here for Willis. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things